Today we're awarding $250,000 to the Harlan Fire Department.
Without this, we're sort of fighting in the blind.
Hey folks, we are at the Harlan Fire Department in the city of Harlan, and it's getting real close to the start of wildfire season, and they have got some stuff going on down here that we think you should know about. And we are talking to...
My name is Kelly Michaels. I'm the Grants Administrator and the Director of Wildfire Management for the City of Harlan.
Now, you guys have been working hard down here on a plan to protect the outlying folks that lives kind of up, close to the woods from wildfire. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now?
Yes, sir. Last year, we wrote a grant that was fulfilled by the Forestry Department for the state of Kentucky for community defense of wildfire within our city. What that does is it allows us to go out, survey, map, and find particular places within the city that are more susceptible to wildfire should it come here. And then going forward, there's other grants that we're trying to write that will help us pay for equipment to go out and actually do mitigation purposes within inside the city. So the next wildfire that comes through, heaven forbid, you'll be protected. You'll be able to go outside and have defensible zones around your property that keep you and your lands and your family safe.
Now, all of this, if you live within the district of the Harlan City Fire Department, is free for you guys to come out and advise. Yes, if you want advice. And you should get advice on it, definitely. Have them come out and check your property out. We had some bad fires last year.
We did. We had some really bad fires last year. A lot of mutual aid fires that we ran down in Sunshine, Wallens Creek, and Everett and Yoakum Creek. So anything that we can do to take away the threat of wildfire, instead of going out and doing suppression, we have mitigation. We take the threat away. It keeps you safe. It keeps our firefighters safe.
If you don't think this is serious, look at the video I did last year on some of the wildfires around Harlan County. I'll put a link to it right there, and you guys can check that out. It's really scary stuff, and thank God, they controlled it like they did, because a lot of them got out of hand. Had a lot of folks come in from all over the place. But you don't have to be victimized by this if you're ready. Absolutely.
So the way that we get you ready is through NFPA. We have the Home Ignition Zone Structural Assessment Guide. And we do this in two ways. Either A, if you have a post-wildfire or brush fire, we come out and help do an assessment for your home and for your property it gives you advice on how to take care and more wildfire protect your house. Pre that, you can come out. Pre that, I can come out and do an assessment. And on this assessment, it has things like, what are your eaves made of? How much grass and leaves? Do you have firewood around your home? Things that you can do to more harden your environment at home to make sure that you are safe for wildfire season. And so that is a free service that we are absolutely welcome to come out and do. You just give us a call. We'll set up an appointment and come out there and do the assessment for you.
What are the some of the areas here in the city of Harlan you're concerned with?
So some of the big areas, the hot spots, if you will, are Bailey Hill, Ivy Hill, and down across the railroad tracks and the river down here at the sports complex. All the leaves and the branches and things, as we go into fall, they're going to start falling. Well, those leaves get stacked up, and if you leave them stacked up in certain places like that, then you're inviting to have a fire come to your environment. A small ember from anything gets into a pile of leaves, gets into a tree that's dead, anything like that. Now you're putting your house and your home and your life at jeopardy when it's so simple just to clear out and have that debris removed.
And right now, in anticipation of the start of wildfire season in a couple of weeks, October 1st, there's a burn ban.
Yes, sir. So within the side of the city of Harlan, we went ahead and wrote an ordinance that was signed by the mayor that says you cannot have any exterior fires, period, until September 28th. When September 28th comes around, I'll go out and take some samples, do some dryness tests outside, and if we decide to extend the burn ban, we'll let everybody know. It'll be on our Facebook page, and you can go. But you can also call the station Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The number is 606-573 4110, and we'll absolutely be happy to share what burning bans that we have or don't have at the time. Starting October 1st, during the wildfire season, you cannot burn until after 6 p.m. and before 6 a.m. in the morning. So you can burn 6P to 6A, but during the day, you don't want to be doing any burning because fire moves faster during the day because humidity tends to be lower during the day than at night when it tends to be a little bit more humid outside.
Yeah, dampness of the nighttime. So, all right, so call that number anytime you're thinking of doing something like that, because you don't know the one ban you talked about, but they can always upgrade that, can't they?
Yes, sir.
If the conditions are really bad.
If conditions are bad, myself and the chief decide that because of the conditions, because of the lack of rain, to thwart the threat of wildfire, we'll make the decision and extend it, like I said, at which point we'll let everybody know. You can also send me an email if you have any questions. My email address is harlanfdwm at harlanonline.net, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have that take a longer format to write.
And folks, we will put those phone numbers up. You'll probably done seen the phone number on your screen, but we will put emails and phone numbers in the information section of this video. Most people don't read the information section of videos. You find a lot of neat stuff out if you do. So go down and check that out, and we'll put contact information on all of that. And we will put links at the end of this video to the video from last year, a link in it. We're going to look around the fire department a little bit too, and also he's going to talk to us in a minute about fire safety in general. Kelly is going to show us how a incredible neat little device he was just telling me about works.
So good afternoon, folks. So this is a mobile weather station, and I was explaining to Mr. Coyote that weather matters during wildfire season. We can be here, and the conditions here will be different than, say, on top of Suki Ridge. Wind flow patterns, things like that. So what this does is it gives me the ability to hold it up, and as I'm holding it, you can see it's showing the wind right now is close to 1 mile an hour. We go to different modes. We have a compass reading that'll tell us which way the wind's coming from. We go to the next, we have an average temperature, and that tells us what it is right here where we're at. And this may vary 3-4 degrees from here to a higher peak or a lower elevation. You have a wind chill, which luckily right now it's kind of warm. You go on and you have a pyrometer built into this, which gives you the average humidity. Right now, because it's a little bit rainy outside, we have a higher humidity. During wildfire season though, that humidity will go down to the 50s, 40s, even 30s. And that's a severe problem when you're dealing with wildfire. It may be 30s here, it may be 20s up on top of the mountain. And that'll tell us, based on the wind direction, how the fire is gonna move, generally speaking, based on that wind reading. This little tool is super awesome. It gives us all the information that we need. And you're thinking, well, why do you need this fancy thing? Well, think about it like this. If you're out in a wildfire situation, normally what we do, we pull our phones out, we pull up an app, it shows us what the temperature is. Well, that station may be 30 miles away. Well, being 30 miles away, I don't need those conditions. I need what's called a spot weather reading. And a spot weather reading is an accurate determination of what the weather is doing right now.
So that's a very important tool in fighting fires at the location of the fire.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Without this, we're sort of fighting in the blind.
Yeah, so that can tell you right quick if it's likely to get more favorable for that fire to get bigger, or if luckily things
we're going to get
are
some rain, we're
becoming not favorable.
exactly.
Yep.
And that's what we use this for.
All righty. Hey, thanks for sharing that with us, because I couldn't even pronounce the name of that, let alone tell you how it worked. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Harlan County completed a community wildfire protection plan in the fall 2016 fire season, which burned over 11,000 acres along Pine Mountain. Today, we're awarding $250,000 to the Harlan Fire Department to update the plan and complete risk assessment at the home parcel level. Harlan City Fire Department Wildlife Management Director Kelly Michaels and Harlan City Fire Department Chief James Billings have joined us today. Come on up, gentlemen.
Here's $250,000. Thank you. Appreciate you. Good afternoon. I'm Kelly Michaels. I'm the Director of Wildfire Management, City Harlan Fire Department in Harlan County in southeastern Kentucky. I'm joined by Chief James Billings, who has been an utmost wonderful support for this grant in this period. What we plan on doing is we want to mitigate the threat, take away some of that threat to not only help our communities with inside of Harlan, but hopefully be a model to the rest of the communities in our county and the rest of the counties in our state. Not only do we want to take away the risk of wildfire for our citizens and their homes, but we also want to reduce the risk to firemen in our communities and our homes, because these people are the ones that are out there at 2:00 in the morning, 1:00 in the afternoon that are fighting these fires. So again, we want to appreciate the state government, our wonderful governor, City of Harlan, our council, and all of you. We appreciate it.
Folks, remember, the fire department is something you can go through a lifetime and not need. But when you do need it, you need it really bad and really fast. Folks, we want to thank Kelly Michaels, Director of Wildfire Management for the Harlan City Fire Department, for inviting us to come down today and learn about their initiative on wildfire management this year in the City of Harlan.
Folks, we appreciate you coming out. We enjoy making videos with the Ignited Coyote and Miss Coyote, and we hope that you're able to keep your homes and lands and lives safe during wildfire season. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or come down Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. We'll be happy to walk you through what you can do to help make your lives and your lands and your homes safer.
And the contact information is already on the video you watched, phone numbers and stuff, and it will be in the information section of this video. Scroll down below the video if you're watching this on a mobile device and check that out. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you to the Harlan City Fire Department. And thank you, folks, for taking the time to watch this. It may be very valuable information to you. What do we say at the end of these videos, Kelly?
Bye.
God bless you, folks.